Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com, and I have out my beautiful February E-Club kit. This was the kit that lots and lots of you went crazy cuckoo over. It is a beautiful kit, I'll just have to say. And I got some really good deals when I ordered this kit. So when all the subscribers got their kits, the few that we had left over, I think we had like 10 or 12, they were gone like that, lickety split, gone. And so anyway, I am creating with mine. Kara Brandon will be creating with hers very soon. I think hers will go up the day after my video goes up. Can't even talk, I'm so excited about this kit. And Betty Ann Renfro's has already went up, and she made the cutest little, like kind of like a brag book, kind of mini journal, but it's got a spiral spine. So cute. Somebody the other day, my last video, said how great my nails looked, and that they were happy that, you know, I had got my grow out like I had been trying to get. This one keeps splitting. These are my natural nails. I know if you've been here for long, a hot minute, you know that I had acrylics for years and years when I did these videos, and they were just wreaking havoc on my nails. And since Bethany is going into cosmetology, she's been doing a lot of nail tech stuff, and she's like, Mama, you don't need those acrylics anymore. So I took them off. No more of that, and I have let them grow out. She's got this nail hardener strengthener thing that is amazing that she's been applying to them, and it doesn't turn your nails yellow at all, the nail hardener that she puts on there. So anyway, yep, they're looking really good, except this one. This one has a ridge in it and it splits every time, so that one is shorter, but the rest of them are growing out quite nicely. I will keep them short until, you know, all that acrylic damage goes away. But anyway, somebody mentioned it, so I was gonna mention what was going on, and that Bethany is helping me with that. Anyway, so we have all of the paper. Look at all that paper that comes in the February E-Club kit. Oh my goodness. The whole pack of trims, the whole pack, a huge pack of die cuts, and then you get book pages and assorted doilies, assorted film strip pieces, a whole pack of the faux postage, a little line of bling rhinestones, and there was another something in there too. The basil cardstock. I will be getting some more cardstock out of my stash to complete this project, and I have gotten out 2 book rings also, and then this vintage book. Now my daughter's college has a book sale all the time, and this past book sale they had was so good that the books were free. I'm telling you, it was free. I love the swirly swirls inside of here. Of course, this will not go with the February E-Club kit, so I won't use that there, but I will use that in the future. So I'm going to slit this. I'm not going to use the spine in this project, so I will be good if it falls apart. A lot of the times with these older books, they do fall apart. Look at there. See how easy that was? So I am going to use the cover though. I don't think I'll be able to get this off unless I just want to steam it with an iron and get it all off, and I just don't want to take that time. So I will save this part, and I'll just pull that off. We'll cover that. And then I'm sure it's the same paper in the back, but it has a tear on it. I can still use all of this though, so I'll try to save that. I'll do the same thing back here to get the cover off. And usually when you get an older book, it's got that webbing, kind of like gauzy material in it, and it's very easy to get apart. with some scissors, or if you've got just a razor blade. And it should come apart rather easily. Okay, so look, there's all of those book pages ready to go to somebody else or use in another project. I may use some of them here in this one, but mostly I just need the covers, because this is one of the bigger books that I had in my stash, and I needed one since my papers are 6x8, so see, it's bigger than my papers are. Then I'm going to get all of these little stickers off, and then I'm going to cut away the spine. And if you have an adhesive eraser, if you're just going to cover the book front with paper and stuff, you don't even have to do this. But I am going to paint mine first. So I'm using my adhesive eraser, and we carry these in the shop at scrapbookingwithme.com. Get all of that off, or as much as I can off. And then I'm going to start painting. I have some home decor chalk paint. This came in an E-Club kit too. So, you know, whenever you finish working with your E-Club kit and you think, I've got all this stuff left over and I didn't get to use everything in my E-Club kit. You can use it in future projects, y'all. Save it and use it in the future. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this spine. I kind of hate to do that because it goes so perfectly, but I don't need it. So I'm cutting this off because we're making a ring-bound book, so I'll only need the two covers. So spine's going away, but that might be something that, you know, I would want to put in another journal down the road. So yes, I will save that. Those are our big Tim Holtz shears that I just used to cut that off. We love our Tim Holtz shears. I am going to go along the back here and get the rest of that. It's got that webbing in there, and we'll get all that cut out too. Alright, then clean off my messy mat of all the goop. Then I will put these back on the mat and use my spatula. I heard that the company we bought these from went, I don't know if they went out of business. Don't say that, Melina. They stopped making these. So we no longer have them in the shop, but I have heard that Dollar Tree has a makeup silicone spatula kind of applicator thingy. So even better, because that's going to be cheaper for you. I'm going to get this chalk paint. It is white. And I'm going to put some on both front and back cover. Use my silicone spatula and paint away. And this does have a texture to it, so I'm going to want that texture to show through. So I'm not going to want too much of a coverage as far as doing 2 or 3 coats. Nah, not going to do that. Alright, I'm just going to paint up and down, up and down, up and down, and try to get me a smooth coverage and be right back. Okay, I got them painted. They are drying. Once they get, you know, semi-dry, I'm going to get some clear gesso, and I'm going to go over the top of them just to kind of seal that on. And y'all, I am not really concerned about the middles. I wanted mostly all of it around here because I'm going to decorate on the covers too. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfectly all covered, especially in the middle, because I'm going to be decorating, putting on paper and cardstock and all that kind of good stuff. So now comes the dilemma of trying to get the gesso lid off, and I will be banging on this. Hold please. Yep, just give it a couple of little bangs and it's good. You're done. Now I'm just going to get the clear gesso and go over it. I am not looking for perfection, y'all. When you are altering a book cover, please don't go for perfection, especially if you're using paint, because you're going to be sorely disappointed if you go in trying to find and make sure that everything is just pristine and perfect, and yeah, that's just not going to happen. Aaron Jonas is watching something in his room and yelling about it. Not in a angry way, but like an excited way, so y'all will probably hear him screaming, go, 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 whatever he's watching. I'm just going to kind of get the excess off of this one and onto that one. And see, you saw I just used 2 little scoops of the clear gesso, and this is just sealing it up, okay? That's all I'm doing. Now look how easily that smooths out when I start going across this way to do that. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to finish doing this. Let this dry completely. Put up my messy mat. Actually go clean it and put it up. And then we will finish the rest of our project. So I've got those painted white. And on the inside, we still have this that does not go with the kit. So I'm going to get 2 pieces of 6x8 paper from the pad, and I just inked it around with some scorched timber. I'm going to put those in on the inside covers just like that, and then I'll show you how easily we're going to make 2 little shallow pockets to go with that. This I think will go on the front, I do believe, and I think what I'm going to do is just kind of fussy cut around all of this, and then I'm going to put that on the front cover. Alrighty then, I have got this cut out. I'm going to ink around it. I'm going to ink around this paper that I took from the paper pad. This is my cover, and then I've got those film strips right there, just like that. That's how I want them. I'm going to go ahead and glue down these, so this will be back behind that I put down there. So I'll have them exactly where I want them, but I can still pick up that polka dot paper and ink the edges of it. So I'm probably going to have glue showing on a couple of these. It's okay. I might add a butterfly or something onto that, but I just wanted to put these exactly where I wanted them so they're not flying all over the place when I start inking that paper. I am using, I told you earlier that oleo, didn't I? Scorched timber oxide. That is Tim Holt's brand new color ink, distress ink, and we have sold so many of them. I am on my 3rd reorder of them. Y'all have bought us out. Thank you so much for buying from us at scrapbookingwithme.com instead of going to the big box store and ordering from them. Y'all help us out so much. Also wanted to touch on just a little bit while we're sitting here inking. I wanted to touch on how things work just a little bit how things work at scrapbookingwithme.com. We are an independent, family-owned business, and started that business, back 2002, something like that. It's been a long time. I think it started after Aaron was born, but before our daughter was born. Bethany was born in 2004, so. But anyway, we are locally owned and operated in North Alabama. And it is our family that runs the business. We do have people come in from time to time, employees that help. And there are more than just one person that checks emails and all that kind of stuff. So just because an email has one of our names in it does not mean that we are the only people that have access to that email. So if you are needing something and you haven't heard from anybody yet, please know that we will get with you as soon as possible. We have, and this is not to brag, this is actually kind of overwhelming when I say this. We have over 1,000 emails a week come in to our shop. So, if for whatever reason you email and you don't get an answer from us right off, please be patient. It's okay. We will get with you. If you email us on a weekend, you will not get a response from us until the following business day. Okay? Because we need off days just as much as everybody else does. So, if you email us on a weekend and you do not get an immediate response, because we're pretty good about responding to emails. And y'all know, the ones that have ordered from us at scrapbookingwithme.com, you know that our shipping times are amazing. Like better than Amazon most times. And that rule also goes for if you order something on the weekend. If you order on a Friday after, say, 3 p.m. Central, your order will not go out until the following business day, which would be Monday. If you send us an email on, say, I don't know, Saturday morning at 3 a.m. Guess what? You are not going to get a response Saturday morning at 7 a.m. You will get a response the next business day, which would be Monday. Because we are closed on the weekends. We have very little in-house shopping. Since everything is home operated, you could understand why we do not have a lot of in-house shopping. Everything is online, and that just works better for us. So, yeah, we're closed on the weekends. We have family and life to live, just like everybody else does. So, if you contact us on the weekend, we'll get back with you on Monday. That's just how it works. If you order something on Friday afternoon, anytime Saturday, anytime Sunday, your order will go out the next business day that is not a holiday. So like we just had President's Day and the post office was not open. And I'm sure there is somebody in an email somewhere saying, I didn't get my notification that y'all have sent out my order yet. And yesterday was President's Day, y'all. So that's why. Anyway, I just wanted to touch around on that so everybody understands. All of that also goes for Facebook messages. We have so much going on, especially on the weekends. You probably will not get a response until the following Monday or Tuesday. And I know that lots and lots of people just want to talk to Mom, but there again, she's just one person, and there are thousands of people a week trying to get in touch with her. So y'all got to have some patience. Y'all got to have some patience. And I don't think that that is too much to ask for. We're all grown adults here, and we all know how business works. And we are not Hobby Lobby. We do not have 30,000 employees, and we appreciate your patience with us. Okay, so there is my decoration on the front, and I was thinking I might want to add one of these little, I might add it right there. No, I think that glue is gonna dry enough that I will like that. So I really wanted to add like a little green postage piece somewheres, because I just loved how it looked, but I don't really want to cover up anything. Everything is so pretty, you don't want to cover it up. How about down here? Nope, it's just out of place looking. I'll use it somewhere, but it's just out of place looking. So y'all can thank Mom for the whole roll of postage washi, because I had these little thingies, the little flat bobbins. I had those ready to pull off and get y'all like 2 yards of this stuff on a plastic bobbin. And Mom was like, if they got it, if our suppliers got it in stock, let's give them a whole roll. I was like, really? She said, yeah, let's give them a whole roll. I was like, okay. And she knows the cost and what we try to stay in budget and all that kind of stuff. And she was like, yeah, let's just do it. I was like, alrighty, sounds good. So y'all thank her next time you watch one of her videos. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, I'm going to use that there. That's a little too matchy-matchy there. I think I will use the back side for that. Okay, so all I'm going to do on the inside covers is make 2 little shallow pockets. So I'm going to mark this about where I need it. And then I'm going to see how long that is. And that is about 1 3/4. So let's cut some more. We just need 2 more. 1 3/4 inches. So about, just going to go a little bit longer than that. There. And then 1 more. Same. Just for a little shallow pocket. Right there. This paper is so pretty. 49 Market. It's called Rouge. And we don't have any more of these kits left, so you will have to go elsewhere for some. I'm not going to make a notch. They're so shallow. We're going to be good. I like that. I'm going to ink all the way around and then glue these on. Just do 3 sides. And it's going to be our little shallow pockets for the inside of our covers. All right, got those little pockets on, and so see, there's one pocket and the other pocket, and we can use some die cuts from this huge pack we got, and put us a little decoration on there. Too pretty. Oh, that's huge. Maybe that little red ticket right there. I like that. Just something simple. Don't have to be anything grand to decorate the pocket with. Put a little word label. Ooh, what's that one say? A sweet life. All in good time. Oh, this would be good because this is going to be like a little memory book. So, sweet memories. Let's do it like that. Cute. Sweet memories. That die cut pack has so much in it. I'm loving that we were able to send that to you. And I think what happened with the February kit, while we were able to send y'all so much full size, full pack stuff, was that our supplier had over ordered, and they had an abundance of this collection. And so they had put some discounts, and this is one of 49 Market's brand new collections too, and they had put some deep discounts on this stuff, because I'm sure whoever ordered as many as they ordered of this was probably like, oh no, I am in trouble. I have way over ordered on this. Now, I will probably put something on the back there, but that is how we are starting off our front cover. I love those film strips, and then those are our inside covers. And then what we're going to do is use these, and remember we had so much trim, a whole pack of trims. We're going to put trims on these book rings, and I'm going to get my chomper. Ooh, I'm going to get my big chomper, not my handheld, because this is thick. It's a, it's a book cover. So I'm going to get my big chomper. That is my, what's it called? The tabletop one, this big mama jama here. And I'm going to figure out first where I want to put my rings. I don't want to go too far out. So when you're making a brag book or a memory book, album, mini album, whatever, and you're using book rings, I find, and I used to make these a whole lot more than I do now, but I find that the closer you go with your book rings and the least amount you can get away with, the better. Because if I were to put 3, then I'm having to wrangle them when I'm trying to turn the pages. I'm having to wrangle them through 3 book rings instead of just 2. That's why I love tag books. You just have the one book ring. But then the closer together they are, the more fluently your pages will flip throughout your ring book. That's just my experience, and that's what I have found that works for me. The further away I put them, the more, they're going to be like clanking around. So I try to put mine as close together as possible. Now I'm going to get my ruler, and we are looking at 9.5 inches. So I want to put my 2 book rings around the, okay, here's middle, 4 3/4 is middle. So I'm going to put 1 book ring, at 6.5. So I'm going to take my cap off while I'm holding my ruler in place. So 6.5 mark. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the 3 mark. Okay, 3-inch mark and the 6.5-inch mark. And I have a 9.5 tall cover. You're just going to have to figure yours out for whatever size cover you have. Okay, and then I'm going to go in. Let's just go in about not even 1/2 inch, I don't think. Yeah, let's try just going in just under 1/2 inch, and you just make sure of which hole. You want the biggest hole. I want the biggest hole. Anyway, the smallest hole, these will be very, very tight. So, I'm going to use my mark, put my guide up. Okay, that's not far enough, so I'm going to pull it back just a touch more. And that's too far. You just have to play with it when you have your big bite out. That's what it's called, a big bite. And then my head is probably going to get in the frame, y'all. So, because I'm just making sure that I'm pretty lined up. So here we go. You're going to see the top of my head. All right, I'm going to go forward just a little bit more and really line it up with that mark I made. There we go. There's one. And I've got my guide set. To get the other. And I put that mark way too far out. There we go. Okay, so there are my holes punched in my front cover. And then I need to line it up for my back cover. And I think what I will do is, let us see here. I'm just going to keep it the way the book would be so I don't mess up anything. You know me. I'm going to line that up and get my Sharpie pen and make 2 marks so I know where to punch these in the back. So here we go again. You're probably going to see my head again. There's one. Oh, that's lined up perfect. All right, and 2. Alrighty, I'm going to move my big bite around. Now, if you do not have the big crocodile, then I know the handheld will work. You're just going to have to put some brute strength behind it to get it all the way through an altered book cover. Okay, and then just to see, I'm going to line these up. Just like that. Oh, I love a vintage book cover. It just makes it so easy. It's already done for us. And we are lined up super good, super good. So now to make the pages for the inside. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because we're going to have to get in there and get pages added. but I will put ribbon around those. It's going to look so cute. Love it. So now when we want to add pages, we can either just add pages like this, because we know that this is going to fit nicely, because we didn't have to cut down the paper for this, because my book, vintage book, was big enough. So we could add pages like this. So then when we're adding pages into it, we can figure out, you know, top and bottom, where we want that page to go, where we want it to hit. And then we mark with our marker how we want that to go. So I'm thinking I want to use a few of the, and I'll just use the little handheld for these papers that I'm adding in here. I'm wanting to add a few of, like cut these down and put those in there too. Maybe frame some of this onto the cardstock and make pages out of that too. And then we'll come back after I've added pages in here, and I will add probably just some regular, I could add some of these back pages of book pages that are not too awfully covered up. Ones that are maybe at the end of a chapter or something like that one. I could add some book pages in here too and get it to rip a little cleanly. Yep, we can add book. Ooh, look at there. That's some, you know, it fits well, Melina, because this is the signature you took out of the cotton picking book you just altered, you goofwad. All right, so we're going to get some of the more blank pages out of this book and add in there. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I really like that page. All right, come out cleanly, please. I was not expecting this kind of vintage looking page to be in a college textbook. That's definitely going into my mini book here. So anyway, I'm going to get some book pages and add in there. I will get some regular copy paper and add in here too. So it's going to be a little bit bigger version. Oh my goodness, look. It's going to be a little bit bigger version of what Miss Betty Ann Renfro's book is. She made. Hers was a little small one with a spiral spine, and mine is a ring spine, a little bit larger. I like that, even though it's the beginning of a new little section in the book. I like that. It's not coming out cleanly, but I like that. Cool. All right. I will be right back and show you what pages I have added in here and go over that. And then we'll put the rings on, and I will show you how I'm going to put the trims on the rings. All right, here we go, adding pages. I've done my first little stack, and I'm going to put my book ring through the front cover and through that first little section of pages, and then line it up down here. Very important to line up everything at the beginning so that when you get to the end, something hasn't been lined up correctly, and then you're like, ay, caramba, I didn't do that right. Okay, so then I'm going to take off the last page that I just put on and line it up with this next page. So this one's going to be small, so I'm going to have to make sure that it is lined up correctly so that both of the spine holes hit it. I'll line it up just like that, and I'm using my handheld crocodile and just using the pre-existing hole as the hole for my next piece, like that. And then like I said, I've got copy paper put throughout. So see, that will line up well there. So then what I'll do is, since this is copy paper, it's thin, I'm going to use that one, this one, another piece of copy paper, and then that book page. And I'm just going to go ahead and line all those up, so I'm not having to go through and just do them one at a time. That would take forever, and it would be something that I would quit very quickly if it took that long. That long to do. So, with this one is probably not the best to use as a template because it's not a full size. So I'm going to use this full size one to make sure of placement. So things are not too tall and, you know, coming over the top of the cover or below it. So that looks good. I'm just making sure that all of these are lined up and all the way to the edge over here. And I'll pop them just a couple of times. They seem good. Okay, so then I will get those punched. I'll add that back here to keep them in order. The thing is, even if you don't like the order that you've put things in, you can always go back, open up the book rings, and put them in the order that you would like. So then you just make sure if you've got some directional stuff that it's upright the way you want it. Okay. So then I will get this last page here and line up a few more. And we're just going to keep doing that over and over till we have all of them lined up like we want, punched and added into our signature of our book ring album. Our beautiful memory book. So see, then I'm going to put this page on here, just a piece of copy paper, and then this cardstock. So I'll use it as my template for the next 4 or 5 pages. And then clip together. If you want the butts of these on the inside so they're not showing, you can always put this on backwards on the front, put them on, and then flip that back cover around, and then those little things would be on the inside. But we're going to cover them up with trim, so I'm not worried about those. So then look at our little book here that we have created from an altered vintage book cover. So we've got cardstock in here, we've got book pages and copy paper in here. Now if you want to go through and reinforce every single hole on these so you know you don't run into them being torn, go for it. I'm not going to do that. I don't have little kids around that would maybe get a hold of this and tear pages out and stuff like that. And I'm going to be super gentle because I know it's a vintage book. So I'm good with just leaving them as is. Plus, that's going to take a lot of time. So I'm just not going to do that. Look at that. I love how that lines up. You got the copy paper behind it, and then you've got some cardstock that matches behind that. And y'all, I am amazed every month when that cardstock comes in at how good it matches the collection, because I am just looking on a computer screen when I go for getting matching cardstock colors put in our E-Club kits. Look at that page, how pretty! 49 and Market does a really great job with their designs. You don't have to do much of anything to them. because they're just so beautiful. That's so pretty. I love that. So see, we got some plainer looking pages. I am thinking this would be a great scrapbook. You could put all kinds of pictures throughout here, your memorabilia pieces, receipts, movie stubs, things like that. All through this. You could even put some little tabs out here if you wanted to. I do have a couple of pages that seem like they are sticking out, but once we close the book, I don't think they will be. Sticking out further than the cover is what I'm talking about. See how I'm talking those book rings close together? It just seems like the pages flow a little bit easier the closer you have them together. So let's close this up. Yeah, we do have a few pages that want to stick out from, but see, I like that. It's like book pages that are sticking out further, and I'm just going to leave them as is. So then I'm going to get my trim pack, and I'm just going to do a few around that joint of the book rings, because you don't want them all the way around, because then when you start to flip pages, you're going to get big time resistance from here. And then I also think I'm going to add some of this bling, the bling rhinestones that we got. I think I'm going to add some of these onto this too. Got tweezers here, craft tweezers. So they're the same length at the ends. They don't taper. One on the little butterfly body, I think. And now it's stuck to my finger. Oh yeah. And this little butterfly here, so let's go ahead and do that one. These are stuck together as far as glued together, so I don't think just picking them up, trying to pick them up with tweezers is going to work. Another one on that butterfly body. So pretty. Now I've got two. I do need to add one more, I think. Oh, there's another butterfly. So let's do that one. On that other butterfly there. Or moth, or whatever it is. Cute. And now our trims. I love this rose gold cord. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to get about, I don't want them too long. So after I tie knots, I'm going to go about 7 inches. So I'll just cut the first trim and then go in and get the others and use that as my guide. Now this one's just white cord, kind of elastic cord. And the others are baker's twine. So I'm going to do 2 of each. And try to get them about the same length. 2 of each, so 2 book rings, 2 of each. Okay, now the baker's twine. We have 3 different colors of baker's twine. So 2 of each one of those at 7 inches long. And no, the aqua one and the purple one really don't match what's going on here, but I'm going to give it a little bit more color and just keep them in there on the book rings. It'll be fine. Then I want to go in throughout the pages and add some decoration. We got these beautiful doilies in the kit, and then some smaller ones too. I want to add some of those to some of the pages. And that would be so cute added to like the cardstock, and add one of those and then put your picture right here. Too cute. So let's tie these on, and I think I'm just going to double knot these. And like I said, they're just going to go around the little joint of the book ring. So one, and with the cord you just have to pull it pretty tight. 2, and then get that joint up here and do the rest. We're just going to do double knots on all of them right around that joint. Okay, so that is not enough in my opinion. So I cut 4 more of the white cord and 4 more of the rose gold cord, and I'm going to put that on in between all the rest and be back and show you what it looks like. Alright, so I have filled it up, and I will show you a sped up version of how I decorated each page. It's either got a pocket on it or it's got just a decoration on it. This one had the little heart frame, and I made it a pocket or belly band, however you want to look at it. But yeah, I have filled it up. I have my tassels out here. Let me push those back in there. Have my tassels or trims or whatever out here on the book rings. They kind of look like fireworks sparklers. I like them. I have this many of the die cuts left over, except for these 3 bigger pieces that were in the die cut pack. That's all the die cuts I have left over, because all the rest of them are in there. This is the only film strip I have left over, and it's taller than the book is when I put it in a pocket. That's why it's not in there. Some of the book pages I did put some masking tape on the edges because they might be brittle enough that they will tear out really easily. So like on this first one, I did take it out and I put masking tape on both sides and then just re-punch the hole. Okay, but other than that, this was a very easy journal to decorate. And I do have a little bit of Pac-Man mouth, but I'm totally fine with that. I love how it came together. I love how it looks on the edges. Got a little bit of stuff sticking out from it. It's nice and chunky already, and we don't even have pictures or anything in it. Hope that you enjoyed this. I need to do some inking on the back and figure out if I want to put something on the back or just leave it as is. After I painted it and it's got that clear gesso over the top of it, it's kind of got a nice little crackled look without even using crackle paste, and I really like that. So I like how this scorched timber is looking, just going along some of the little crackle spots and dirtying it up a little bit. I like how that looks as is. I'll have plenty of space to sign my name. So no worries about that. So I may just leave it as is with some distress ink around the edges and some dirtying up a little bit. See how, I hope that that shows up on camera. I'll do it just a little bit more. So there is like a crackle look to it. See, I love how that looks. Just a really good, nice, worn look on the back. I can sign my name here if I want to. Very pretty, in my opinion. So I loved painting the vintage book cover. I didn't really know how that was going to turn out, but I'm so glad I did it because I love how it looks. I might even do a little bit more, get a little dirtier on the front too, since it's also got that crackle look. And if you will use just a little bit more ink along where it does have that crackle look, then it shows up a little better. Yes, I love that. Love how it turned out. If you have any questions, you can leave me a comment below. I have all of the info below. I have how you can sign up for the eClub kit if you would like to below in a link. So feel free to do that. We love our eClub subscribers, and we try our best to fill every single kit with lovely, yummy stuff. And February was no exception. It is a gorgeous kit. I love how it turned out. Y'all have a great day. God bless. I love y'all. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.